All right, guys, welcome back. I'm going to move this a little. There we go. Welcome back to school. For this weird interim period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Some teachers hate it. It's my favorite time of the year, honestly. It used to be where it was a time where students were really, excited about the holidays, but yet they were still, they were friendlier in class. Now it seems to be kids have gotten to be more just angry about being here and lazier. But I'm hoping that's not going to be the case this year. But hope springs eternal. So I wanted to do a video again for your weekly agendas, even though really y'all's is pretty self-explanatory and it's basic and it's not needed. But because I have so many kids who are going to be out for various reasons, whether it's you just don't feel good, which we're encouraging you to stay home when that's the case, or if you've been around someone over the holidays who had COVID, or there's just general fear or apprehension about being in school right now. I wanted to make sure you had the same access to this that I typically go over it on Mondays with students. So let's just jump right into this, okay? And tell you what this week's going to look like for you. We have to go back and hit some stuff we didn't do last week or the week before last, just because of my pure laziness. But we're going to start by talking about Monday and Tuesday are dedicated to two guys who are typically taught together, Edmund Spencer and Sir Philip Sidney. We're going to talk about some of their sonnets. These are going to have videos here. I'm probably going to combine them, like all three of Spencer's sonnets will be in one video, and then both of Sidney's sonnets will be in a video. Now, these are not going to probably take the majority of, they will take the majority of class. They won't take the entire class period. But I do need you to practice doing a couple things for me. One of them mainly is paraphrasing poetry and making sure you know what they're about. Because when we do take a test on this and there are 16, 17 different little poems, you're going to want to be able to remember who was what, because it's really hard to remember it by the number, which is what these are done by. Sonnets are typically known by sonnet number such and such, or sometimes they give them by their first name. It just depends. Wednesday, we've got a work day for essays. Yours is due... It says Friday, December 11th, so that's next Friday. You guys have an essay due from me. So we're going to talk again about your introduction paragraphs, which should be done, but some of you still haven't shown them to me. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. And those of you who are done, we're going to talk about body paragraphs. So that's coming up. So that'll be your Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, we go back to the poetry. Thursday will be for pastoral poetry, covering two things that I really like. The passionate shepherd to his love and the nymph's reply to the shepherd, which is a reply type poem. We're going to do something with this, I believe, next week. So just heads up on that. And then Friday, we're going to look at a bunch of Shakespeare's sonnets, and you'll also have some work with that at a later date. So make sure you're paying attention really close these days. I know it's easy to start just kind of mailing it in these weeks and just looking at your grade and saying, hey, I guess I'm going to have a C or I guess I'm going to have a B, and I just want to get done. We don't want to rely on that too much. We want to make sure that we end up with that grade we want, and we don't start drifting back. Some of you are pushing right now to be exempt from exams. That's going to take some work. And, of course, some of you also are just hoping to pass at this point. This is one of those areas where we can start making up on that. Even though there's not directly any assignments this week, as you can tell, there are some next week that will build off of this week. So make sure you're paying attention. Well, guys, that's it for these videos. They're pretty short, but I want to make sure I get them knocked out for those of you who need to be working from home. Don't forget, you can always zoom in on days we're going over stuff. In fact, I would love for you to do that. You're always welcome to. I think Cece's been out the entire year, and it'd be great to have you zoom in a couple times just to see your face. So know you're doing okay. So, but any of you that are out, that's a great thing if you don't think you can do this on your own, which, to be honest with you, there's something to be said for being in class or learning through that video rather than just going home and reading it yourself. So, I'd love to have you if that's the case. But you got to email me and let me know, all right? So anyway, guys, I'm filming this Monday morning. It's 7:50. I'm about to have kids in this classroom, so I'm going to have to get out of here. But I hope you have a great week. I hope you're enjoying this weather. I know I am, even though they just turned the heater on in here, and that's aggravating me. But, I hope you have a great week. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you're looking forward to a great, great Christmas season. So have a great day, guys.